Happy morning, students. Today in this class we are going to start unit 1, that is interference. Unit 1 of applied physics is interference. So before going to discuss about this particular important applications of unit 1, that is interference of applied physics, I would like to remind the concepts which we have learned in the previous class. In the previous video lecture, we have discussed the course outcomes of our course applied physics. In this particular unit, interference, I would like to explain why the interference is useful for an engineering student or a graduate student. What is the importance of this particular unit, interference? Being a student, you have to pose a question, why I have to learn this concept called interference. Then you can have lot of applications of this particular interference for the graduate students, particularly for the engineering students. As we have lot of applications, we need to study this particular concept called interference. First of all, I would like to discuss some of the important applications of the interference. The first one is interference can be used to determine the wavelength of given unknown light source. What does it mean? For example, if you are given a laser light source or a sodium light source or a mercury light source or a normal candle, normal incandescent bulb, then if you glow that bulb or laser source or whatever it may be the light source, by using the light waves obtained from the source, you can able to study the interference. With the help of that interference pattern, you can able to identify the wavelength of the given light source. That is the very much important application of the interference. And the second one is, one can able to determine the radius of curvature. Determine the radius of curvature. Radius of curvature of given lens, particularly convex lens. That means, for example, if a convex lens is given to you and asked to determine the radius of curvature of the convex lens, then you can able to determine by using this particular interference property of the light. Now coming to the third important application, one can able to determine the refractive index. Refractive index of unknown liquid, unknown transparent liquid. For example, if the water is given to you and asked to determine its refractive index property, then by the use of this interference concept, you can able to determine the refractive index of the water or any transparent liquid. Either it may be water, or it may be coconut water, or it may be coconut oil, or it may be pure ghee, or it may be honey, whatever it may be the liquid. If it is a transparent property, it is having transparent nature, then by the use of this interference property, you can able to determine the refractive index of that unknown liquid. This is one of the most important application of the interference. And apart from this, one can able to study the interference phenomena and able to construct the interferometer. Able to construct the interferometer. In the sense, you can able to construct a device which is used to produce the interference. By the use of that device, one can able to study several properties. All these applications one can able to determine. That is nothing but interferometer. So interferometer is a device which is working based on the principle of interference. So by the use of this concept called, or by the use of principle of this concept called interference, you can able to construct an interferometer, which is very much useful in our engineering applications. And then coming to the fifth one, this can be used, or interference can be used. Interference can be used in interference filters. Interference filters. What do you mean by interference filters? How and where we can use these interference filters? The live example is, for example, if we are taking a video conference, generally we project that video with the help of a slide projector. In that slide projector, we are using these particular interference filters. So interference filters works based on the principle of interference. How it works? Some of the optical frequencies, or in other words wavelengths, are filtered by using this particular interference filter device. The device is commonly used in the overhead projectors. So this is one of the most important application of interference to the engineering graduates. And this particular interference can be used. Interference can be used to non-reflecting coatings. Non-reflecting coatings on lenses or spectacles or goggles, whatever it may be. So, for example, if you are wearing the spectacles, if you want to purchase a spectacle, if you go and ask any ophthalmologist or any optical spectacle seller, he will ask simply a question. That is, what are the requirements? You want a lens which is anti-glare and anti-reflection coating, like that. Those anti-glare lenses, anti-reflecting coating lenses or non-reflecting coating lenses are manufactured with the help of this interference phenomena. This is one more important engineering application of interference. And then next one is this particular interference is used in autocompensators. Autocompensators in measurement engineering. Measurement engineering applications, or simply measurement engineering. What does it mean? Generally in the measurement engineering applications, interference autocompensators are used to avoid the interference of waves. In that interference autocompensator, this particular interference concept is used, or that auto compensator is works based on the principle of this interference. And the next important application of interference is, that is, this interference, or it is used in CWDM, coarse wavelength division multiplexing system. Coarse wavelength division multiplexing systems. Coarse wavelength division multiplexing system, CWDM, which is a type of communication system which is more accurate and active than existing optical fiber system. So this particular interference is very much useful in the coarse wavelength division multiplexing system. And then next, apart from these engineering applications and scientific applications, interference is used to study our regular life natural phenomena, such as colors existing on the soap bubble, colors existing on the oil flickers which are floating on the water, and colors existing on the tails of peacock. Like that, we are having several interference phenomena which we can able to observe in our daily life. Those phenomena can be able to study by the help of these principles of interference. So one can able to study the natural phenomena such as colors of soap bubbles, oil slickers or oil flickers, colors existing on the peacock tails, etc. Interference principles are useful for the study of those natural phenomena. Apart from this, interference can be used to study the transparent thickness of transparent devices such as thin paper, thin objects, thin piece of hair, etc. Not only transparent devices, interference can be able to determine the thickness of any thin objects such as piece of hair, thin paper, etc. This interference is very much useful. That is the 10th application of interference. It can be used, it in the sense interference can be used to determine the thickness of thin objects such as piece of paper, piece of hair, etc. This is how these are very few important applications of the interference concept, particularly for the engineering students. Apart from this, you are having lot of engineering applications. If you want more applications, simply Google it. You can get lot of applications of interference in the engineering sector. This much of importance is there for the interference. That's why we need to study this particular interference concept for as a graduate student or as an engineering student. This is regarding the applications of Unit 1. It's very important few applications of Unit 1 for the engineering students. Thank you. All of you note down this. If you have any doubts, then please feel free to contact me. All of you note down it. In the next class, I would like to explain the very fundamental concept of interference, that is nothing but origin of interference, superposition of waves. We will discuss in the next class. Thank you all. Note down it.